wife is looking for submissions for their most memorable character column, and I've decided I want to write one.
Oh, that's great, George. Who are you going to write about?
Do the initials DL tell you anything?
Well, I'm either flattered or surprised that you know Dorothy Lamour.
No, it's you, Dick. You unforgettable lug.
George, I'm not sure I'm colorful enough to qualify as a most memorable character.
Dick, what is this?
Oh, they have a new donut shop in town, and I got one of each kind. It's a kind of research.
And you say you're not colorful. Makes pig of himself, and he calls it research.
Hi, honey. Stephanie and I are going to do our aerobics. Want to join us?
Damn. I've got my leotards in woolite.
Okay, let's start. 1 and 2 and make it burn. 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Excuse me. Is this an aerobics class? Well, I wouldn't call it a class exactly. I'd be willing to pay.
Then it's a class.
Stephanie,
We charge $6 a session.
there's no charge. You're welcome to join us. Wonderful. I'll go change and be right back.
Joanna, you're too nice. Now stop it. That's the third person this week who's asked to join us. Don't you see that our well-formed derrieres are sitting on a gold mine here?
What are you talking about?
Opening an aerobics studio. We'll rent a little store in town, and then we'll franchise. We'll make exercise records, books, tapes, and eventually we'll buy out Jane Fonda and force her back into the movies where she belongs.
But Stephanie, starting a business takes money.
We can get money. I'll borrow some from Daddy, and if you could come up with $500, we'd be in business.
Well, that doesn't sound like too much. But I'd have to discuss it with Dick. He'd discuss it with me.
Poor Joanna. This marriage sounds almost 50-50.
We're thinking of seeking help. Dick, could I ask you something? Well, no, forget it. I'm sorry, you're right. It's a stupid idea.
Honey, I gotta call him like I see him.
What's that?
The double dialer 5000, isn't she a beauty?
What does she do?
Speed dials up to 180 phone numbers like that.
Dick, how much did this cost?
It's also great in times of emergency, honey. I've already programmed the phone numbers for the fire department, the police department, the doctor, the animal shelter. Well, you know, when you're adopting a pet, seconds count.
How much was it?
It's also a speakerphone. Now, normally this kind of technology...
Dick.
$260.
Oh. That's fine.
It is?
Yes. You're entitled to your toys now and then, and I'm entitled to my expenditures.
How much?
$500.
For what?
To open an aerobics studio with Stephanie.
Ah. Honey, I don't think Vermont is ready for aerobics, and I don't think Stephanie is ready for anything.
I think I've demonstrated that if anybody can get Stephanie to put her nose to the grindstone, I can.
Must be grindstone dust.
Are you saying you don't think I could succeed at this?
Honey, I'm saying you could probably succeed at any worthwhile enterprise. It's just that...
That aerobics isn't a worthwhile enterprise?
I'm sure it's a worthwhile enterprise to people who are fond of that kind of thing.
Then you're saying it's worthwhile and I could succeed at it?
Well, it sure sounds like I am.
Honey, thank you. I'm really going to make this work.
And to think when you came in here, you thought it was a stupid idea.
Dick, do you think you could give me a hand with my most memorable character article?
Oh, I guess so, George. What kind of hand do you need?
Would you write it?
George, you know I can't do that.
give me something, Dick. You're the most memorable character I've ever met, but for the life of me, I can't remember why. So tell me, in your own words, just what makes you think you're so doggone special?
Well, George, I'm not saying this is the best example by any means, but right off the top, my publisher says that my manuscripts have fewer typos than he has ever seen. You can use that.
Fewest typos he's ever seen. Boy, this is great stuff, Dick. You understand, if I start to run long, I may not be able to use everything.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl.
Hi, Phyllis. What can we do for you?
Well, Daryl here has become a porker. The problem seems to be too many between-meal critters. We was wondering if he could take up a space or two in your class.
Sure. We're just about to start. Why don't you and Daryl join us, too? You could change right in there.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we prefer not to do any pelvic tilts. We're happy with Daryl's buttocks the way they are.
Okay, everybody, let's start. All right.
Hi, all. Captain Video's here.
Hi, Michael.
What's going on?
We're going to shoot a commercial.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay.
Joanna, you'll have to move. Apparently part of you is still in the picture.
Stephanie, you mean you don't want me
Could you chat later, Joanna? I've got to get this camera back to the news team. That warehouse fire isn't going to burn forever. And action.
Okay, class. Toe touch. And 1 and 2. Oh, hi. I'm Stephanie, the fabulous form of fabulous forms. And if you women want to look like me, forget it. But perhaps 2/3 of my beauty can be yours by signing up for the special exercise program we call Step-A-Size. I'll be seeing you, but best of all, you'll be seeing me. And 1 and 2 and Step-A-Size.
And cut. That was perfect, Steph. I laughed. I cried. You put me through all the changes. Well, that's a wrap. Between this and that warehouse fire, this camera's going to see a lot of heat today.
Steph-A-Size?
Yeah, Vanderkellen size would never fit on a T-shirt.
How come you shot a commercial without me?
Later, Joanna, I have a class to teach.
I thought I was supposed to take this one.
Well, that's sweet, but look at that window. Filth, filth, filth. I'd prefer you did that. Boy, is it a relief to have some help for a change.
Stephanie, I think I'm entitled to some say around here. I put up $500.
Well, I put up $2,000.
You did?
Yes. And that makes this place more mine than yours. This isn't the inn, Joanna. Here you work for me.
I work for you?
Well, not at the moment. You're just standing there.
Look, I thought we were going to be equal partners.
Gee, Joanna, why would you think that? After all, this whole thing was my idea. I put up 4 times the money. I bought the merchandise. And the fitness program is called Steph-A-Size.
You named it Steph-A-Size.
Of course I did. This whole thing was my idea. I put up 4 times the money.
Stephanie, if this is your place, then I really don't think that I want to be... Honey! You made it to the grand opening.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And besides, the donut shop is right next door. Opening day and you're still open. I'm impressed.
We happen to be getting our fair share of customers.
Are you certainly attracted the trendsetters.
Daryl, if you eat them donuts, Daryl and me'll have to walk ahead of you, greasing door jams.
Any problem keeping Stephanie's nose to the grindstone?
For your information, she's been no problem whatsoever, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh. No need for me to wish you a nice day.
And 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Dick, I think my troubles with my most memorable character piece are over. I read a bunch of the other articles, and I think I know what they're looking for. So, Dick, have you ever safely landed a jumbo jet after the pilot and co-pilot are overcome by food poisoning?
Not a jumbo jet, no.
Did you ever single-handedly lead an underdeveloped Latin American village into the 20th century?
George.
No.
George, we've had some pretty good times. If you have to write this article, why not use those?
Oh, okay. Weren't you even once the only witness unafraid to come forward and topple a corrupt...
George, no, never, I wouldn't.
Boy, if it weren't for the donut thing, I'd have zilch.
Dick, have you taken a look at a phone bill since you got the new devil dialer?
Yeah, honey, I was going to mention that to you.
You made 12 calls to India?
That was sort of an accident. But I got through like that.
Good night, Joanna.
Stephanie, where are you going?
Oh, they're going to pick the homecoming king and queen over at the college, so we're going to watch and feel superior.
No, you're not.
Trust us, Joanna. One look at those Ivy League bow wows.
No. I mean, Stephanie still has work to do here. The oven needs cleaning.
I'll do it later.
Now, that's an order.
Well, if I have to work late, I guess you'll have to open the studio in the morning and teach the first 3 classes.
I can't. I have to buy supplies for the inn tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry, Joanna. I'm afraid that's an order.
Let me tell you...
Gals. I'm choking on fur here.
Michael, we're not arguing. We're just handing out assignments. If I have to teach those classes, I guess you'll have to buy the supplies.
Well, since I had to spend the entire morning getting supplies for the inn, I guess you'll have to spend the rest of the day getting supplies for the studio.
Okay, but unfortunately, it looks like another late night for the maid.
Assuming you get home before the maid's in bed. How's Daryl coming along?
Frankly, Miss Stephanie, we're discouraged to bits. If this thing had a bell on top, he'd have blown it off.
Well, it takes time. You just have to stick with it.
No, we're going back to the more traditional method of weight loss.
What's that?
Put meat in his pants and trot him past a bear cave. Come on, Daryl.
Okay, everybody. This is going to be a team stretch class. So, find a partner who's approximately as fat as you are.
Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
I came by to see you. Oh, looks like you're doing steady business here. You keep this up, we may actually get our investment back. I'm not afraid to eat crow. You and Stephanie make a terrific team.
Joanna, we're all waiting for you. Could you flirt on your own time?
I'll be there when I'm good and ready. We fool around like this all the time.
Now, I and my assistant will demonstrate team stretching. This is for the inner thighs.
Okay. First, you pull your partner forward.
Oh! Making sure not to go too far. Then your partner pulls you forward, again making sure not to go too far, like this. Okay, begin.
We go my way first.
My way.
My way. It's my place. I want to go my way. You're the boss.
I may not be an expert, but it didn't look like that did the inner thighs a hell of a lot of good.
Excuse me, class. I think it's time I had a talk with my partner.
Good, because I want to have a talk with my assistant.
Joanna, you can't desert your class. It's bad for business, and we're so excited about getting our investment back.
Fine. Everybody, my husband Dick will be taking over the class.
What? Hi. Okay, begin.
Begin what?
Stephanie, I'm sick and tired of your bossing me around.
Well, you should have thought of that before you came to work for me.
I wasn't coming to work for you. I thought we were going to be partners. And if you had something different in mind, then I had a right to be told.
Well, I hardly think it's necessary to discuss every little detail with my employees.
Okay, that's enough of the bending sideways type stuff. Well, I guess next we should do some more bending sideways type stuff. And begin. 1 and 2.
Stephanie, it's obvious that I can't work for you.
Joanna, most of the people in the United States work for Vanderkellens. Now, you don't hear them complaining. I can't help it if bossing is in my blood.
Well, I hate to interfere with destiny, but can't we just be equal partners?
You mean I'd have to do some like mopping? But I have to do that every day at the inn. Well, wait, maybe you could take over half of that.
And 2 and stop. Okay, anybody want to do that one again?
No! Please, go on to something else.
Okay, go on to something else. What'll it be? I know. This one is especially good for the body. And here's how it goes. You put your right foot in. Now you put your right foot out. Put your right foot in again. And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey. And you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about.
But Joanna, you can't quit. It's too big a job for one person to run this place. And besides, I can't go back to just cleaning toilets. I want to stephicize, not sanitize.
Well, Stephanie, if we can't run this place together and we can't run it alone.
Okay, faster now and make it burn. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out. You put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. Okay, Riro, keep it going now, everybody. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. Thanks, but now I'd like to turn you back to your real teachers, the gals who turned fabulous forms into a real moneymaker, Joanna and Stephanie.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, everybody. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
We have decided to go out of business.
What?
We thank you for your patronage, and we hope that you'll continue to do the hokey pokey on your own.
Wait. I have a great one where you pretend to be a teapot.
Dick, that's pathetic.
Let me see if I can track what happened here. Against my advice, you went into business with Stephanie. We invested $500, and after being open only 2 days...
Dick, here's the deal. If you finish that sentence, you die. But if you never say another word about this, I will buy you so many donuts that when I hug you, you'll ooze jelly.
I'll go take a number and you close up.